Because I'm a carpenter, I'm usually heading to work at about 6:30 in the morning, and I would drive through the industrial area in Warrnambool past the Midfields abattoirs and would see the groups of workers lining up to walk into the plant. I just remember thinking there'd have to be some incredible musicians amongst that bunch, like, you know, all these island nations that I knew were working there. Like, music's obviously such a big part of their culture. Midfields, I mean, they employ like 1,200 people or something, and a large proportion of their workforce is made up of these visa workers under there's a special government 4-year visa. I definitely always got the sense that they were sort of just here to work.
To come to Australia, we have to compete with other people. Many people, the young people, they all fight to come to Australia. We get more money if you compare to East Timor. We can build a house. We can send our kid to school. This is only one opportunity to change your life. Even hard job, we have to keep doing.
I grew up on a sheep property when I was a kid. Spent 10 years living in Melbourne, playing in the Melbourne music scene. I moved to Killarney 3 years ago. There is a lot of musicians in the local area. I already knew most of them. But yeah, I wanted to try something a little different this time, which is how I ended up reaching out to Midfields, the abattoir. And so I just did up a pretty basic flyer saying that I was looking for anyone that was a musician, and those flyers went up, and then I think 3 months went by, and I thought, oh well, it was worth a try.
I see the flyer in our smoker room, and then I took one, and then it's Billy.
And then I finally got a WhatsApp message one afternoon that just said, hello, we play the guitar and drums and would like to jam.
My friend David, he wants to go straight away.
That Sunday, Jose brought a carload of Timor-Leste guys out here to my studio, and we shared cups of coffee and jammed and exchanged songs, and yeah, that was the beginning of it all.
Billy, he just put the coffee in the cup. Just put the coffee in the cup and then put the whole water.
One guy in particular, Mr. David, turns out he was a professional percussionist in the Dili Orchestra.
This guy's so strong, man.
Not the strong. Trust me.
One thing led to another, and he's my full-time drummer. And so I carried on jamming with these guys and meeting more of them each weekend.
It's just such an amazing story that Billy, you know, went and put a flyer in the Midfield Meets abattoir in the same way that people used to put a flyer in a record shop looking for a drummer, you know. So I went over to his studio in a farmhouse out in the back blocks of Port Fairy, and, you know, he'd arranged for 6 or 8 of the Timor-Leste crew to come down, and they played me some songs, they told me their story, and the moment I heard them play, I was just amazed at how great they were. There was such a natural musicianship within these people.
Yeah, the festival director, Justin Rudge, said that he'd be happy to give them a slot on the program for the festival.
Some people have it and some people don't. The crew that I met from Timor-Leste, they have it.
Me and David, we have meeting with the East Timor community in Warrnambool.
Then they don't know how to dancing or singing. Okay.
So it's just under 3 weeks now until the folk festival.
This will be, for most of them, their first performance on a stage.
They all either work in the boning room or on the kill floor.
There's always an element of risk, right?
There was a definite language barrier. I had no experience with the Timor-Leste culture at all. They were all speaking Tetuan and a little bit of Portuguese, but that's the beautiful thing about music, is it's the universal language.
It's going to be awesome. Like, I'm really excited about it.
The Timor guys are going to have 2 performances at Folky, one of their own and one on stage with the Find Your Voice Choir.
Oh yeah, sounds good. You guys feeling good?
The Find Your Voice Choir perform at the Port Fairy Folk Festival every year, and they collaborate with other people on the lineup.
We're at the Lighthouse Theatre in Warrnambool now, a week out from Folky, and this is the guys first time witnessing the Find Your Voice choir.
Two more songs, this one, and then one more.
We've only managed to bring 3 of the guys from the Leon Hussey Timor because the rest are actually on night shift at midfields this week.
How are you feeling?
It's good.
Holy moly, please give it up. These are our beautiful, beautiful friends all the way from East Timor. This is Leon Hussey Timor. They're going to come and join us there.
I'll call out in your ear too. Yeah. It'll be great. Don't be shy. This is
Ida, Rua, Tolu.
This is the first time joining with the 200 people choir. It's the first time for me. When the choir is singing back, oh, she like, oh, we wanna fly. Everyone make a come back home and home like this, and mom, oh, that's.
David and the other guys from Timor-Leste have been doing their research, and I've overheard them watching videos of past folk festivals and seeing crowds of thousands of people, and they're getting very excited and I think a little bit nervous now.
It's a really big deal to be on a Port Fairy stage. We have 14 stages, you know, close to 10,000 ticket holders, 25,000 people come to town for the weekend. Yeah, it's a huge thing, and you know, it's absolutely one of the biggest festivals in Australia.
I think this is the first time for worker in Australia to join this, like a big festival, like Port Fairy Festival.
Just a messenger, like a mirror.
It's Saturday morning. I'm playing Billy Barker show in about an hour, playing an ABC show and interview straight after that. And then straight from there I'm playing guitar in my friend Sophia Whitney's band, and then after that organising the Timor guys to get on stage with the Find Your Voice choir.
Where is Albert and Joel? Do you want to call them, or they're coming?
So everyone excited and nervous, but I don't know, for me I'm very nervous, very, very nervous. 1,000 audience watch you in the stage.
We want to involve in the community, be a friend with the community here, because we stay here for a long time. So we don't want to just go to work.
Okay. Please read this one.
Where? How?
Read this one.
Yeah?
Please read this one.
Read this one. Fila.
How did you do this? Obrigado, Billy. Thanks, Billy. Let's go. I remember watching all of the news in the late 90s as a kid when Australian peacekeeping troops went to Timor. But to be honest, they've taught me so much about the culture and the history, and they're very keen to talk about it because it is a recent history. They've all lived through it. And they're aware of Australia's involvement in it, so it's something they talk about quite a lot.
I'm feeling grateful because we can show our dance to many people here. I can make connection with Australia, and I don't know, he's really happy to.
I want to make something like we come here and just work. You must do something for Warrnambool, Australia. Like you stay here for 4 years. When you back, you don't know. You can come back to Australia or not. That's why you must make something for Australia or Warrnambool when you left. And when you left and you stay daily, you must say, I feel happy because I live something. Like I live something to Warrnambool, like or Australia.
Since meeting these guys, it's all snowballed, and it does feel like it's changed my experience living where I live. I didn't expect to have this level of involvement with this entirely new community from across the ocean, you know. And it's so cup-filling and interesting. I'm learning new things and being challenged by them and stuff. It's great.
I think we love you guys. I love you.
I also think after Folk Festival there's a lot more opportunities both in Warrnambool and other parts of Australia with giving these guys an opportunity to share their culture whilst they're here, because it's such a beautiful culture, and we have a connection to Timor as Australians.
I think that anything we can do with the state of the world to create more integrated, more friendly societies is obviously a great thing. And, you know, I hope it's something that we can do every year from now on. I want this to be one of those events that goes from playing a smaller stage to playing in front of 5,000 people on the main stage.
We love you, Mr. Billy Barker.